Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for a speech which goes far beyond technicalities of finance and has been of great inspiration. We feel a good competitive spirit in between the Nigerian banks, and we want to congratulate you for that. Nevertheless, I think that what Elhaj Aliko has said, what both governors have said, is that your generation of entrepreneurs has to claim for decent interest rates, less scarce financial resources, has to support proactive monetary policies for SMEs and local entrepreneurs, has to support banks' efforts to lower the cost of transaction, the cost of flows of funds, of transfers, to adapt the new IT technologies. I think you need to claim for a proactive finance which be for you a support and a less costly support. Africa in the private sector is dramatically under-financed. You deserve, like the rest of the world, like Asia, to support the financial community to bring even more contribution to your success. Even if our sovereign states, and it's not the case of the Federal Republic, our states are very often over-indebted. It's not the case of the households, not the case of the SMEs and the corporations in general. You deserve that. Elhaj, could I just ask you your final conclusion, having heard policymakers more and more aware of their corporate social responsibilities and local responsibilities, and given your role at the private sector and the necessary partnership, would you address the last sentence of hope to those young men and ladies?
Well, thank you very much.
Your Excellency, may I take permission to go to another event, please?
Are you ready?
KBC, thank you. Well, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Nigeria, and all other existing protocols duly observed. Well, like what I said, I've actually given you all my, advice, but to top it all, because there is quite a lot of change where now, like what I said, there's quite a lot of interaction between government and private sector. Private sector, that is entrepreneurs, are the ones that will create jobs, and governments are the ones that will facilitate jobs. So with these two combinations, I think the sky is the limit, but like what I keep saying is that you have to be consistent, you have to be focused, you have to be very bold, and don't be scared of anything. I mean, like what I always say, that there's nothing that is impossible. Because all those successes that were achieved by human beings like yourselves. But I'm sure as we go, issue of financing, issue of whatever, it will be sorted out. I mean, go back and see where China was about 25 years ago. Just yesterday, I saw it in the news. China themselves were celebrating that, well, today they have succeeded in achieving 36% of the Forbes global billionaires list. Whereas 15 years ago, there are no more than 5 Chinese on the list. But right now, Chinese have actually swamped the whole of US, and they are targeting, according to them, to be 50% of the world's billionaires list. So I think in Africa we have that same opportunity, we have that same chance. And don't think that, yes, we keep saying that, yes, potentials. Of course, the potentials are there, but we are the ones, that's including yourselves, that will make these potentials realities. Because where we are today, you just look at, for example, I mean, there's nowhere in Asia or even anywhere in Europe where they have a land they want to go and cultivate, they want to go and sell, food or export. We are the ones that actually have that opportunity. Today, as we speak, I mean, you look the case of Ghana. Ghana land cultivation is only less than 7%. Nigeria maybe 8%. So if we can move into agriculture, technology, there's nothing that is impossible. So I wish you well, and I'm sure you can also in the future, in the next 20 years, make us proud to compete with China in the Forbes Global Billionaires list.
Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellency is very distinguished. Foreign delegates, let's put our hands together for all of that very, very distinguished panel, moderated by His Excellency Lionel Zinzu, former Prime Minister for Benin Republic. Another round of applause for His Excellency, please. Their Excellencies, both governors, and of course, we have with us none other than Africa's own excellency as far as enterprise, industry, creative innovation, and just absolute CEO bullish African boldness, Aliko Dangote. Put your hands together once again, everyone. A little earlier on in the room, one of the delegates, one of you said to me, Auntie Dio, where is Aliko Dangote? He's my friend, I have to see him. I said, let me rephrase that for you. Aliko Dangote is looking for you. And you just heard what he said to you. If you're here today, the sky is the limit. More importantly, Africa is your playing field. Go and score your goals. Having said that, we'd like to properly once again recognize, celebrate, and welcome His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and his distinguished entourage here today. How many of you understand that the business of national enterprise is first enterprise? So in every context of his own representation here today, he's not just here as a VP, he's here as an entrepreneur of nation building. We'd also like today to properly acknowledge with us the representative of the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Commissioner, Wealth Creation and Employment, Mr. Babatunde Drosimi Eti. A round of applause for him, please. We have with us also the representative of His Excellency, the Speaker, the Honorable Reverend Dr. Osai N. Osai. A round of applause for him. We acknowledge with us our corporate distinguished personalities, Chairman and Chevron MD, Mr. Jeff Enwick. We also have Dr. Nikki Okoye, CEO Annabelle Group and founder Empower Nigeria. We have the GMD UBA, Kennedy Uzoka. Please, all of these distinguished personalities. And with us, especially as well, we acknowledge Her Excellency, the wife of the Ogun State Governor, Dr. Mrs. Olufunso Epikunle Amosu. Please, a round of applause for her. Well, there's only one way to say it. T-E. T-E. Where's your energy? More power. Motivate. Activate. Yes, right now. If you're sitting in the wrong position, somebody become upstanding. Outstanding. Astounding. TEF. Whose future is it? Whose future is it? Can you do the connection, everybody? Whose future is it? When is it? Shout it out. T. A round of applause for you, because here's looking at you. Africa's next set. We'd also like to celebrate and recognize Chief Banigo. Please, a round of applause. Let's appreciate him here with us today. Well, there's no stopping that which is happening right now. And I believe Espiritos Enterprise Africa is on. El Pasión. Thank you very much. Today, it's not just about Nigeria, it's Africa. And Africa is a blend of every language, but the most important one being enterprise. Enjoy. Ebere Young. Thank you.